Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm Movie Micah, and today I thought I'd rank the Back to the Future trilogy from the worst to the best. Go ahead and tell me your ranking of these three films in the comments down below. I thought this was an easy ranking, but apparently a lot of other people have different opinions than me, so let's head into this ranking. In my third place is Back to the Future Part 2. Although this film is last place, I still think it's pretty amazing. This whole franchise is super high quality, and Part 2 is a perfect addition to the universe. This is easily the darkest film in the trilogy to me, with Biff taking over the world, but I love revisiting all the moments from the first film. I don't think this movie was designed to overtake the original, and I like that, but it does a really good job of being a worthy sequel. To me, the reason it's in last place is because it feels so similar to the original, which is good in a lot of ways. The plot is repetitive by nature, and it copies the moments that the first movie set up, and I like that part, but I don't feel like this movie adds anything really new to the franchise, while the next sequel definitely did. This is absolutely a sequel done right, but it does land in the bottom spot for me because it doesn't do anything really new in my opinion. And of course, my runner-up, number 2, is Back to the Future Part 3. The final movie in the franchise is the most lighthearted and fun, in my opinion. It's a really good adventure and a good continuation of the second one. I'm so glad that this franchise got 2 sequels. They never really needed to happen, but the way that the second and third films work together is great, and it makes them both worthwhile. I really enjoy the Western setting, and that's the thing that I feel like this film added to the trilogy, and that's what makes this one better than the second. The Back to the Future trilogy is one of the most consistent trilogies of all time to me. I don't think there's anyone who likes the first film but doesn't like the sequels. Back to the Future Part 3 is everything you want from a sequel to me. It's loyal to the original while also adding something new to the franchise. That's what I look for in a sequel, and this movie did that perfectly. But easily my number 1 spot is the original Back to the Future. Of course, the original comes in first place. Back to the Future is one of the films that many consider to be the perfect movie. I know a couple people who would say this is their favorite film of all time. For me, it's almost in my top 5. Back to the Future is a masterpiece and a fantastic time travel story. It's obviously the best out of the 3 because it was the first, and it set the exact template that the other 2 have used. A guy travels back in time to when his parents were his age, and he has to make sure history runs its course without messing everything up. I love that type of time travel story, but Back to the Future just executes it perfectly as well. Part 2 is the most complicated and the darkest in the franchise, probably. Part 3 is the easiest to follow and the most playful, but then the original is the perfect balance of those for me. There are no real flaws with this film, so of course it is my number 1 in the franchise. Thanks for watching my ranking of the Back to the Future movies. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any movie reviews or rankings like this. Thanks for watching. This is Movie Micah signing off, and I hope to see you next time.